Hey everyone, welcome to the Autoimmune Dietitian YouTube channel. My name is Annie. I'm a registered dietitian and I mainly work with clients struggling with autoimmune diseases. In my work with my clients, I help people use food and lifestyle as a way to improve their symptoms and get back to their new normal. So today we are talking about toxins, and if you haven't noticed, we live in a very toxic world. It is nearly impossible to avoid exposures to chemicals and pollutants as they literally surround us. Toxins are linked to the development of allergies, asthma, and can increase inflammation in our body. However, there are some simple things you can do to lower your exposure and to support your body's natural detoxification process. So today I'm covering what these common toxins are, where we commonly find them, and how to start lowering your toxic exposures. So before I jump in, I need to attach my disclaimer to this video that the information in today's talk is not the substitute for the diagnosis, treatment, or care of disease by a medical provider. This is for informational purposes only, so please consult your qualified health professional for any changes you make to your medical care. All right, so what are some common toxins that you can find in our world? So there are literally hundreds and thousands of chemicals in our world today. Since 1950, it is estimated that almost 350,000 chemicals have been created, and only a fraction of these have been tested for their potential impact on human health. In the last several years, consumers have become more aware of these chemicals, which is amazing. Groups like the Environmental Working Group have done the hard work of exposing these chemicals, and many others have started to research the impact of these chemicals on our health. The most commonly known chemicals that are linked to adverse health effects are parabens and phthalates, which are found in plastics and personal care products. But there are thousands of others that are not as well known and can really disrupt our health and our body systems. Chemicals like BPA, dioxins, lead, organophosphate pesticides, perchlorates, and glycol esters are all endocrine disruptors that affect the hormone system that balances literally everything in our bodies. There are benzenes that are known to cause cancer, glyphosate, which has also been linked to cancer, and lastly, formaldehyde, which can cause skin and respiratory irritation and is also linked to cancer. So here are the most common places that you find toxins. The first biggest offender are personal care products. So there's barely any regulation for ingredients used in personal care products. Compared to the EU and Canada, the US is significantly behind in this space. However, in 2022, the US passed a law that's called the Modernization of Cosmetics and Regulation Act, or MOCRA, which is the first major piece of legislation for regulating cosmetics since the passage of the Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act in 1938. And you heard that correctly, 1938. So this new law puts into place more regulations to protect consumer safety against harmful ingredients commonly used in personal care products. However, this law isn't fully into effect yet. So the best thing that you can do is to use the Healthy Living app by Environmental Working Group to understand your exposures to these harmful chemicals. Ideally, you want to choose products that are either EWG verified or rated a 1 or a 2, or technically green. The next place where we find some big toxin offenders are in non-organic produce or conventionally grown crops. So conventional produce is grown using pesticides and chemicals to improve crop yield and protect the plants from harmful critters. However, many of these pesticides used may be harmful to our health. Glyphosate is a commonly used pesticide on commodity crops like wheat and has been linked to cancer. Additionally, growing practices of organically raised food is usually better for the environment and soil quality. The last kind of major group of where we find toxins are plastics. So plastics are full of thousands of chemical compounds, many of which don't ever break down. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to limit your plastic exposure. Plastic contains BPA and phthalates, among others, that can cause major disruptions to your endocrine system. So now that you know about these chemicals, here's how you can lower your toxic exposures to them. First, use safer products in your home and on your body. Like I said before, using the Healthy Living app is an amazing resource, and definitely seek out companies that test and ban harmful ingredients. Second, buy organic when you can. The Dirty Dozen is a great place to start. That's published by the Environmental Working Group. Those are the top 12 foods that you definitely want to try to purchase organic. Better yet, buy from local farmers from your own area at a farmer's market, or subscribe to a CSA. This cuts down on transit time, carbon emissions, and most likely the smaller farmers in your area use sustainable practices with less chemicals. You also want to switch out plastic for stainless steel or glass. That includes water bottles, food containers, plastic wrap, and Ziploc bags. There are great reusable options for all of these. I love stashers for my Ziploc bags. I found a silicone kind of food wrap that I use now instead of saran wrap. You can also use beeswax ones as well. You also want to be conscious too of what your food is packaged in. The less plastic, the better. And then lastly, diet-wise, you want to eat foods that support your body's natural detoxification process. Probably the best food that you can eat are cruciferous vegetables, things like broccoli, cauliflower, arugula, bok choy, radishes, kind of more the more bitter vegetables. They have these sulfur compounds that really support your liver's ability to detoxify all of these chemicals that we're exposed to on a daily basis. So try to eat at least one, ideally 3 servings of cruciferous vegetables a day. So just to recap, we focused on common toxins, where you find them, and then how to lower your toxic burden. If you would like more help managing your diet, your lifestyle to reduce your toxic exposure, I would love to help you. I offer free 15-minute discovery calls to chat about you and your goals and to see if I am a good fit for you. So go to the, in my YouTube link, there should be a link there for a discovery call. There are also links there to sign up for my weekly newsletter, which comes to your inbox every Thursday. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of my content, please subscribe to my channel. Videos come out about every week or so. I'm always trying to give you lots of tips to manage your autoimmune disease with diet and lifestyle, and just to help you feel like a normal human being again. So thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.